Google reported last week the search question, when is the housing market going to crash, had spiked close to 2,500% in the last month. Now every market is different, but things are crazy in many locations across the country and around the world. We're in an extreme period right now with never seen before government stimulus and low rates. How does this story end? Let me ask you this, do you really think the economy is healthy? If this stimulus was taken away, how would things look? Recently, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen called this the most concerning time in her lifetime. Why? Because no one living has seen what we are going through. As such, the pandemic will not be solved by 2021, it will not be over in 2022, and according to the most optimistic predictions, travel and tourism will resume sometime between 2023 and 2024. There's a lot of stress yet to be realized. There will be scarring and many more disruptions. Many jobs are just not coming back, and that's the reality. Reopening isn't going to bring everyone back into the workforce or the city. Let's look at some facts. In the US, we have more than 10+ million Americans unemployed under the U6 rate. 4 million plus homeowners are late on their mortgage. 8 million plus renters are facing eviction. 200,000 plus businesses have closed since the start of the pandemic. There are major affordability issues and higher taxes coming. And there is a record amount of corporate debt hidden inside zombie corporations. Now, buying and selling is happening, but the hard thing now is finding a good deal. When we take a look back at previous cycles, the asset bubbles are getting bigger and bigger. There is massive disruption happening. This is a much bigger event than any of us realize. We have migration patterns we have never seen before because it's much easier than at any point in history to pick up and move, with working from home becoming mainstream. There are continued major migration events happening outside of cities like New York, Boston, and SF. When these large cities continue to try to tax their wealthy citizens, they will leave. Look what has happened recently with the moves to Austin and many parts of Florida. How can you buy with all of this going on and when prices are this high? Many of us are asking these types of questions, as Google has confirmed. I do feel buying a primary home at a low fixed interest rate is one of the best things many of us can do to hedge against continued inflation. The fact of the matter is this, the government trying to save homeowners is creating supply issues. Now, I'm not saying that's the right move or the wrong move, but it's kicking the can down the road and creating affordability issues. Why? If homeowners behind on their mortgages were pressured to sell, then we would see more inventory. Prices would actually come down. The reality is, though, for many of these homeowners behind, their jobs are gone forever, and that's a tough pill to swallow. We'd all love to know what the next black swan event is. We didn't predict the pandemic, and it's likely there's something brewing we're not seeing. Just when it seems to be safe, something drastic happens. Work from home is a game changer along with tons of other fundamental changes, and the dust hasn't settled yet on our new digital economy. In fact, in a recent survey by staffing firm Robert Half, revealed that 1/3 of current remote workers would rather quit their jobs and look for new ones than have to go back to an office setting full time. Now, when push comes to shove, we'll see if that's the case. I'll continue to update you with what I'm seeing. Stay tuned.